What's going on, y'all? What's going on, YouTube? We back with another video. A lot of my videos have been like kind of this like, how-to style type of videos, and I really just wanted to show y'all and talk to y'all like, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. A lot of y'all ask how did I start my clothing brand? Why did I start my clothing brand? Stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the full picture while I go look at my dream card, and you feel me? If everything looks right today, numbers look right and stuff like that, I think I'm gonna copy it. You feel me? But that's later on in this video. If you guys want to see that, just go ahead and skip to that. But if y'all want to hear my story and stuff like that, I'm gonna go ahead and tell it to y'all. So I'm 21. My name is Chai. I was born in Albany, Georgia. I moved to Tampa, Florida when I was about 4 or 5 years old, and I pretty much been raised here, you feel me, since I was a kid. So growing up, you feel me, the entrepreneur spirit always kind of been in me. You guys can look at my old videos on the channel. I've always been into YouTube. I always been into making money online. I always been a very, technically savvy kid, you feel me, from just kind of just playing the game, being on YouTube, learning different stuff, different skills. My first side hustle ever was actually editing YouTube thumbnails for Fortnite YouTubers, and they would pay me like $25 a thumbnail, and that was like kind of my first introduction into making money online. But after that, it just kind of spread on to, trying drop shipping, Shopify, e-commerce, stuff like that. And if you guys do not know, I kind of been doing this whole e-commerce thing for like 5 years. So y'all probably look at people our age and wonder how did we accomplish the things that we accomplished. And it's mostly because, us that are, 21, 20, 18, 19, that have accomplished these great things in terms of making money online, we've been doing them for like 2 to 5 years, you feel me? So like this wasn't no rush. You guys look back in the videos before, you guys see me working 3, 4, 5 years ago, you feel me, on the channel. I don't know if the videos go back that old, but I think they're at least 4 years old. I was making those videos when I was like 17 or something like that. But yeah, so I started my clothing brand when I graduated high school, the summer of 2022, Kango Clothing, and that kind of changed everything for me. Before that, I was just kind of, just going off of YouTube and seeing what works and trying different things. And I wasn't really making much, bro. Like my side hustles would make me a couple $100s a month. But at that time I was still working and stuff like that. I believe at that time I was working at, I think I was working at Valvoline. No, I don't think I was. I'm not even sure if I had a job at that point in time. I don't remember. I don't think I had a job at that point in time. I was literally making all of my money online, bro. I'm trying to remember my first job. So I started my brand. Damn. Bro, I don't even know what I was doing back then, bro. What was I doing? Oh, boom. Alright, y'all. My bad, bro. I'm over here brain farting and shit like that. Bro, and when I was 18, I worked at a gym. That's what I worked at. I was like, bro, I didn't get into the car automotive stuff yet. I worked at a gym when I was 18, Lifetime Fitness. And that actually introduced me into a lot of rich people and kind of changed my mindset. Because, and shout out Will, bro. Shout out my nigga Will, and shout out his sister Heidi, because they got me that job. You feel me? And it was kind of like my first, real stable income, because everything after that was just entrepreneur stuff. And you guys are entrepreneurs, no 2 months are the same. You can have an up month, a high month, a month that's in the middle. So that was like my first consistent, little bit of bread, and it meant the world to me, you feel me? Like I was able to do a lot with that, invest a lot of, you feel me, money into my businesses, because I had a constant stream of income, you feel me? We still with mom, so we just able to stack, we able to invest. Hold on, this camera getting kind of heavy, let me put it down. We able to stack, we able to invest, and we really just going about the motions, you feel me? So a little later on down that year, the first year at Kango Clothing, I'm pretty sure like we did like 10,000 in sales. So from that July 2022 to about September, I actually had 0 sales for the brand. 0 sales for the brand. I had pieces on hand. they were just trash. And I guess you couldn't say I had zero sales because I would sell to locals, but in terms of online presence, I didn't have any sales online until about September of 2022. I started experimenting with Facebook ads, and I actually got my first $1,000 month. That was like the biggest like thing for me at the time. Like $1,000 month seemed like impossible to make online. Like I had to go to work every day, but I made $1,000 online while going to work. So I think it was like a $3,000 month for me. I don't know. I definitely spoiled myself that month. I think I went and got like something, bro. I got something, bro. I done bought so much materialistic stuff that I'll tell y'all this right now, that after 2 weeks it becomes normal. Like whatever you buy after 2 weeks, it becomes normal. So make sure whatever you buy is not stupid, and it actually would, you know, increase your value in some type of way if you buy it. You feel me? It might not, you know, literally increase your value by like money wise. You know, it might be a depreciating asset whatever you buy, but in terms of how people look at you and perceive you, if that makes your what you buy makes your value higher, I think it's worth it. Because look, if your value appears higher, people are gonna come to you with higher value opportunities. You understand what I'm saying? So I never been afraid to, you know, upgrade the way I look, or, you know, jewelry or anything like that. But, you know, I probably bought myself something stupid back in the day. But like I said, September was my first $1,000 month. And after that, it just kept going up. I think October was a $2,000 month, and then November was like a $5,000 month, and then December was like a $6,000 month. So all in total, I think that first year I made $13,000 with the brand, and it was like, it was an unbelievable experience. During this time, I'm still working a job, because you got to realize that $1,000 a month is not $1,000 in your pocket. $1,000 a month is $1,000 in revenue. I'll probably take home, you know, about half of that. So whatever, I probably took 6,000 out of pocket, you know. I took 6,000 in my pocket. The other 7,000 or whatever, you know, that went to expenses, inventory, stuff like that to make the 13,000. But yeah, we move on to 2023. And 2023, pretty much, it was like a life-changing year for me. I'm not gonna lie. 2023 was a life-changing year for me. To start off the year, I met, you know, somebody that, and I got content. I met somebody and I got content with somebody that was very, very crucial into catapulting my brand into what it was at the time. Little Tyler. I met Little Tyler, I think March. It was my cousin's birthday. So it had to be the end of March. I think her birthday is like March 23rd or March 24th, around here. So I'm down in Miami. Like I said, I'm from Tampa, but I'm down in Miami. This is one of the first times I come down to Miami, blah, 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 blah. I'm down in Miami for my cousin's birthday. So I'm down in Miami. We having fun. I eat dinner and stuff like that. I see Lil Tyler's having a concert. And at this time, I had pretty much no influencers in the brand. Of course, I had TikTokers and, you know, just, you know, regular people that have over 100K on Instagram. Just influencers, you know. No rappers, no artists, no nothing like that yet. So I pull up on the concert, the address or whatever. I pull to the back, the security being cool with me. I told him, yo, I got a brand. This is my objective. I'm trying to get it to Lil Tyler, blah, blah, blah. When he let me through, I post my car up that I bought that day. Y'all, I bought that car that same day. And I got another story time on, you know, that whole situation on how I got that car. I actually got scammed for that car, the title and all that. But I bought that car the same day, and I drove it down. And that's when, you know, I said security let me through. I parked my car up there. I probably waited about 45 minutes. You know, I see a Sprinter pull up. I see Lil Tyler hop out. I see his DJ hop out. I see his manager hop out. I get Lil Tyler to close, bro. Me and bro chopping up for a good 10 minutes. He cordial, he cool. I'm telling him about my brand. You feel me? Stuff like that. So time goes on. I see bruh end up wearing my hoodie to a concert. So I ended up, you know, DMing the cameraman I seen that was recording. I'm like, yo, you got the footage? He's like, yeah, I got the footage, blah, blah, blah. He wanted some money from me, so I sent him the $50. Of course, I don't mind. I understand this video is going to make me way more than $50. So I sent him the $50. I edit the video up. I drop it. Boom. Same day, it do 100K on Instagram. that was the life-changing experience for me at that point in time. Now that video is almost at 1 million. It's at 700K. That's the 70% way to 1 million. It's at 700K. But that video did 100,000 the first day, and that was the first ever kind of viral video that I had on Instagram. Really the first viral video I had on Instagram, and probably the most viral video I had in all, because after that it was just a snowball effect. Like TikTok started going up. I started getting millions of views on TikTok, hundreds of thousands of views on TikTok. I started meeting more rappers, you feel me? I'm going to events. This around the time that me and Josh LTD really started locking in and taking stuff serious together. 2023 was a crazy year, and if you guys look back on my Instagram or, you know, my highlights on my story, you guys will see, like, I met a lot of people 2023. I met Quan for the first time in 2023. He was very different back then. 2023 was just a crazy year. It was actually the year I quit my job. March, like I told you guys, I didn't tell you guys I was working. So I think I had ended up quitting that gym job around November of 2022, and in 2020, and I went and got a new job that paid me a little bit more, like $2 more. It was closer to the house, stuff like that. It was actually Valvoline. It's the oil change place, and I worked there from November to March, like I said. So March, around a week before I met Lil Tyler, is when I quit my job. I think that month I did like 5K in the brand, and I was just like, bro, I'm tired of going to work. I'm busting my hands every day. You feel me? You guys, if you guys are mechanic, you guys understand, like, when you working under a car, there's a lot of sharp stuff. A lot of bolts are tight. You beating on ratchets and bolts. You beating on bolts. You might miss the ratchet and bang your hand on the side of the car. Like, I'm getting cuts. My arm, like, I had to go get stitches in my arm because my elbow got cut up. Like, I was just tired of the job, bro. And keep it a buck, I love cars. But I even still do my own oil change to this day. Like, I don't care how much money I get. I still am going to be doing my own oil change. I don't know what y'all boys are doing under my car. I don't trust y'all. But, yeah, you feel me? Yeah, bro, good times. I'm just reminiscing, bro. But yeah, I ended up quitting that job. And yeah, like I said, 2023 was a great year for me, bro. 2024, it started off pretty good, you feel me? Went and hit a lot of events. 2024, 2023 were very similar. Up until about halfway through 2024. Halfway through 2024, I actually, you know, there was some shit that went on halfway through 2024. I'm not really sure if I want to. I'm just going to go ahead and talk. It deserves a whole separate video. But yeah, boom, we get past that. We end up rebirthing the brand. So I took a 2-month break from the brand. I was focused a lot on my other business that I didn't tell y'all that I started. I started that in October of 2023. And that business actually does more revenue than my brand currently at this moment. And it has allowed me to be able to, you know, it's going to allow me to be able to get my dream car and stuff like that. We're actually going to be looking at it in this video. How long I've been recording? 15 minutes. We're going to be looking at it in this video. If you guys want to stick around to the end, we are going to pick up the camera and, you feel me, go to the dealership to go look at it. And if the numbers are sounding right, we're going to get it. But like I said, boom, started that business 2023. It's doing well all throughout the year. It actually cost me $20K to start that business, and that was the best $20K investment, starter investment I spent. Like, it done, yeah, it's done made itself back. Trust me. In a month, I had a $30K month. You guys look on the channel for that business. But yeah. So beginning of 2020. So where I was at, middle of 2024. Boom. Middle of 2024 is when I kind of get started back going on the brand. I drop a lot of new pieces, oversized tees, new pants. I've been teasing different colors. I dropped so much stuff at 2024. Rhinestone jacket. I dropped a lot of stuff 2024. I ended up dropping like 10 products end of 2024 after taking that long break. But yeah, bro, 2024 was another good year. That was like 2023 and 2024 were 2 6-figure years. 2 6-figure years. I never thought I could be able to do nothing. I'm not gonna lie to you. And if it sounds like I'm all over the place, I ain't gonna lie, my memory from that time is kind of messed up from the simple fact that my memory wasn't already good in the first place. And I was smoking za too at the time, so you know my memory wasn't all over the place. I just remember a lot of hard hours and work and time and experience, and that's really the reason why I record a lot of this stuff, because I wouldn't remember it otherwise. So it's good that I record this, and even if this gets 0 views on YouTube, a lot of my friends like, bro, your videos, you know, don't barely get no views. Does that not bother you? I'm like, nah, it don't really bother me, because at the end of the day, this is all an archive of what I've been able to do, what I've been able to teach people and bring to the world. Like, I don't mind if it get 1 view, 2 views, 5 views. Of course, the goal is to reach millions of people. But until that happens, I'm going to be talking to the 1,270 of y'all that subscribe to the channel until we reach millions of people. But I'm going to go ahead and catch y'all. I'll probably bring y'all along with me to church and stuff like that. But go ahead and catch y'all.